Ooh.
I don't owe you a goddamn thing, bro. If I throw you some killings, you gonna be happy, and if you're not happy, send it back.
Yo, testing. Can y'all hear me? I might gotta get a hookah real quick, man. Might have to get a hookah. Salute to Scarlett in the building. I got everybody. Salute. Give me a second. All right. So, man, let me get myself situated. Well, I'm pretty much situated, man. Salute to everybody coming in right now. Nah, this is not the God of War chair. It's this is like it's called a secret. I think it's a secret labs chair. Secret labs chair, man. Salute to everybody coming in. First and foremost, man, let me give you a huge shout out over to hold on one second. Oh, we got a hype train in full effect too. So look, we are live right now, multi-streaming over on Twitch and on YouTube right now in full effect. And I think I'm gonna start doing this more often just to make sure I'm going live more on both platforms. However, I do have to ask to make sure, let me know if the bit rates and everything are going fine for the most part. Right now, I see both streams. They look pretty good, man. I'm looking at both. Everything looks pretty fine. Salutes to the hype train. Salutes to Mike C5 for the re-subscription. Somebody's at my front door right now. Salutes to D-Man Gilmore in the building for the 31 months in the building. Salutes to Caesar the Go in the building for 15 months in the building. Salutes to Jazzy for the 200 biddies in the building as well. Salutes. So Twitch, salute to y'all. My parents are here. They're gonna be cooking dinner. So, but I'm gonna be here for a little bit, man. I'm chilling. I'm relaxed. So salutes to everybody on both ends. I got a chat with everybody in the building where I can read everybody coming through. So salutes to the first person, D-Man Gilmore in the building, Hood Hunted family in the building. Salutes to Jazzy, Scarlett. Salutes to SRT Steve-O in the building, H Martinez, Sean Flanagan in the building, bruh from Isel, Chris Trotman. Salutes to Shy, Flacco here, but listening to both lives. Salutes, I appreciate you, man. Salutes to Jazzy once again for the 200 biddies. So salutes, man. We are, like I said, streaming from YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and I think I'm gonna continue to do more of this, just because I think it's dope. I think it's a good idea. We'll see how it goes for now, man. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, also memberships are now open. Feel free to join, and also if not, that's fine as well. And yeah, make sure I make this tweet out so we can go ahead straight into it. All right, yeah, let's get it. Let me do my last thing. Let me just make this Twitter post. We got 51 in the building, so salutes to everybody, man. Hey, everybody on YouTube, we got 51 in the building. Hit that like button and let me know you in the chat, man. It's awfully kind of quiet in the chat for there to be 50 people in the building, man. I need to know y'all are here, man. I need to know y'all are here. And you know, look, man, I'm not I try my best. Salutes once again to Nicole. It's Nicole Hewitts. I need to change my sound effect. I try not to be messy. You feel me? But I mean, I mean, you know, I sometimes get messy. You feel me? So it is what it is. But I finally felt like it was time to speak out on this whole entire complex situation. I mean, it's been going on for 3 months now. Plus, salutes to It's Nicole for the 100 biddies in the building. Salutes to Karen K, Q Kicks. What's going on, man? But I felt like it was only right because a lot of the stories that's been floating around, in my opinion, have been wrong, and I'd rather just give it to you from the horse's mouth at the end of the day and let y'all go on, from there.
Ooh.
So that's what we're gonna do here today. That's what we're gonna talk about here today. And yeah, we're gonna break it down. I mean, I'll take questions too. I'll probably open up the links and let people take, StreamYards or whatever it may be, so they can hop in and kind of talk about what they want to talk about and go from there. So we're gonna be, having a little good time today. And like I stated before, I'm kind of new to what's going on since on the streaming right now, because
Ooh.
I'm streaming from 2 different sources and like everything's kind of discombobulated, but I think I'm getting what I want. Let me just make sure. Let me just make this last thing. Oh hell.
Ooh.
I just don't. All right. Let me last thing. We're gonna tell the whole story too. By the way, this is the whole entire story. I think this should be.
Ooh, that pussy
All right,
popping on a
All right,
handstand.
there we go. I think we should be straight. All right, man. So salutes to everybody in the building. For the past 3 months now, there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of stuff, and I would honestly say, coming from me, like one of the people that kind of put out the information on this whole entire thing, on how Complex hasn't been paying everybody, and I'll actually show you the actual tweet that I put out, and also along with others. I don't want to discredit nobody because it was me and Hess as well, but not everybody wants to hop on live and talk about it more. But this is a tweet I put out May 1st. So we are in the month of May, and me and my fellow other creators, Hess, Kicks, and Kusto, we have still not been paid for any of our YouTube payments for 2023. We are in the 5th month of the year, and we haven't been paid for January, February, or March. April just wrapped up, so this isn't due till later. So what I meant by at this time was that the way that Complex at least pays us as creators right now is based upon, I think it's a 60-day net. So technically speaking, right, at this time, they had paid me for January and February. Like, they paid me in those months, right? But they didn't pay me for the actual months of video content. So what I mean by that is January and February's payments were for the month of November and December in the YouTube, what we made. So you don't get paid instantly. Like when you go to the month of April, you don't get paid April's YouTube monetization revenue in April or at the end of April or even at the end of May. You don't get that paid until June. So I had not gotten paid at all I haven't been paid at all for January or February at this moment. So that's what I was meaning by that. Now, let me go ahead and say it now and not try to like hold on to it until the very end and then flip it, because I like to keep everything, like, I like to be transparent as possible. I don't want to, like, I could just sit here and just talk all this mess and then hit y'all with this at the very end, but I'd rather just do it now and just keep it 100, because it's, I don't have an issue with people at Complex or nothing. We'll get into all that later. But mainly, I have now been paid for January, February, and I am owed March. I've been owed for March. So I'm owed for March and April. So 2 more months they owe me. The March payment should have went out the first week of May. So they kind of got me kind of up to date, but they still are, now they're like late now. So who knows when that's coming, but I'm only owed pretty much March and April. I've already disconnected from Complex. I'm no longer with Complex. That happened in the beginning of April, the first week of April. So I'm no longer with them on that either. And hold on one second. So I'm no longer with them on that either. And back with YouTube now. I'm on YouTube. So, you know, this is the story of Complex and the YouTube creators. Let's get straight into it, man. Let me pull this up. So back in 2014, Complex courts YouTube creators with its own new network. So back in 2014, this is even before I was even doing it. I wasn't with them, I don't think, 2016. But back in the early days of YouTube, 2014, 13, 15, 16, you know, there was a thing called a YouTube MCN. And a YouTube MCN was a what is the exact name? Something multi-creative network, MCN meaning... Let's see, a multi-channel network. Let's just actually pull it up. Multi-channel network, or MCNs, or networks, are third-party service providers that affiliate with multiple YouTube channels to offer services that may not include audience development. Audience development, content programming, creator collaborations, digital right management, monetization, and/or sales. All channels that are part of the MCN must have their channel reviewed and followed by YouTube monetization policies. So, an MCN is basically a company that hosts multiple different networks out there, and with that signing up of that network, you pretty much get a lot of perks that you may not normally get. Some of these channels offer, as stated, but down below, creator collaborations, digital rights management. So digital rights management means that you signing up with them, you have access to certain type of digital rights, meaning, for instance, if you sign with a company called BBT or NBA, I think it's BBT, or they are in collaboration with the NBA. If you sign with BBT, you could do videos on YouTube reacting to NBA highlights and not get hit with a copyright claim. They give you the rights to react to that specific type of content. Whereas right now, if I went on Tony D2 Wild or even on here and I reacted to highlights, I'm going to get hit with a copyright claim. I cannot make money off of that because the NBA owns that content that they're putting on their channel. Now, if you signed up with BBT, you have access and you're able to use that content and make money from it. So that's a digital right. Creator collaborations, of course. Once again, like one company that I would say that I've seen them access all this would probably be BBT. Now, I'm not signed with BBT, nor am I going to sign with BBT, but someone that I know that is signed with them is Bullet RC. Bull has been signed with them for a minute now. I don't know. You would have to ask him more about his overall feelings, but BBT had put Bull in good situations with creator collaborations. Bull did videos with Kyle Kuzma. He did some with a couple other NBA basketball players. Bull got tickets to the All-Star week about two or three times at least in a row, because I was there 2 times, I think, because of Bull's tickets. He had access to that, access to party events, access to stuff that was insane for BBT. They got him all through up there, you feel me? So that's content collaborations with, NBA All-Stars, NBA basketball players, but also probably with other creators within the BBT network. Content programming. Now, I'm going to take a leap of faith with this one. Content programming, I think that has to do with or maybe not monetization, is more so to do with ads. Certain ads that BBT have that YouTube might not have. So they had those specific ads, and those specific ads, since they are on a smaller base of network with other people, the money might be better. So for instance, the NBA has recently, if you notice, they've been doing stuff with that new drink called Spark, I think, or Starry Spark or something. It's like a Sprite. I actually have some in the refrigerators. It's okay. But Spark might, let me find the name of it, because I'm gonna be saying the name. I think it's Spark drink. Not Spark, is it Starry? Starry, yes, Starry. So Starry is partnered with the NBA, and the NBA and BBT are one, right? So BBT and Starry work together. Starry says, hey, we have $100,000. We want you to run this through ads. Then that specific ad placement will then go to the content creators under the BBT network, not towards YouTube. YouTube has their own ads, but when you're on the YouTube ads, that ad is getting split among thousands of other creators that's under the YouTube umbrella. The BBT network, they're a little bit more smaller. This is the same concept that goes for Complex. Complex had stuff with Champ Sports, so there was Champ Sports ads that were running on my channel, and Foamer, everybody that you see in the thumbnails channel, that was not on anybody else's channel. So we were getting big chunks and bigger blocks of money because of that. Well, let's say that for a little bit later, as in what did Complex do for me. But that's the monetization part. And or sales. I want to say that has to do with maybe like if you have merch. Some MCMs had access to what's that one? Not Pinterest. It's that one thing. Stream. It's the YouTube. Like a lot of people had their merch made. When you go to YouTube, underneath it, you can have like a little bar and be like buy the T-shirts and all that. A lot of these networks had access to that. You could get a lower rate for your fee, how much you're splitting with that company, and they just had sales of merch and all that. They had access in basically, if you signed up with some of these companies, they'll do your merch for you. So you don't have to do nothing. You just sit back and make the money. You feel me? Content programming, I guess that would be like maybe using your content on other platforms and like getting you out there, like maybe on TV or something. Let me see if I can find the name for that. Maybe so. Maybe just putting your content out there. Maybe. I don't know. Oh shit, hold on. What's going on, U1? Wait, I think my damn chat is like behind or something. Hold on. Flacco, what's good? Oh yeah, my shit is kind of like behind. I gotta keep up to date. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to Flacco, salute to Sister T, salute to Sneaker Fetish. What's going on, Sneaker Fetish? Salute to U1. Appreciate that retweet. Let me get my chats up so I can like see everything. Salutes to Jazzy also, but it's like I maybe, hold on. I just need to make sure I'm seeing everything. I'm not seeing everything. That's why I'm like, what the hell? Hey, by the way, guys, are we smooth on this part? Are we all smooth? Okay, here we go. This will work better for me, so I can read both of you guys. I don't want to. We got Twitch in the building and we got YouTube. I don't want to let anybody down. I want to be here for everybody. You feel me? So I'm gonna make sure I see everybody. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna put this right here. Hold on. Shit. I'm good. I can see both. I can see both on both ends. All right, bet. So that's what the content programming is, I guess. I mean, take it for what it is. You feel me? But this is all what the MCN. This is what an MCN does for you. Okay. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth as far as what Complex was offering. This is a 3-minute read. Over the past few months, men's and entertainment platform Complex Media. And let me say one thing. This right here, at this date, if you guys don't know, Complex was created by Mark Echo. If you don't know who Mark Echo is the creator also of the brand Echo. I believe, and hold on. I think. No, okay. I'm about to say. I'm happy I didn't say that. Mark Echo has since like sold the company and all that. Like I don't even think he has anything to do with Complex as far as let me see. Yeah, I don't think he owns founding, but he is the founder of Echo and Complex. I could be wrong. Let me see. Did he sell it? Does he still own Echo? Expanding. Yes, we live. Does Mark Echo, let's just see, Echo still own Complex? Mark Echo is acquired by, no, they were just acquired by Hearst and Verizon, new joint venture by jointly acquiring the hip. I mean, this is a dumb question. They're owned by BuzzFeed now at this point, so I don't even know why I'm asking that. But they were, I guess he sold it back in 2016, maybe to Verizon, Hearst and Verizon. But over the past few months, entertainment boost their, Complex has been slowly building its own multi-channel network and pitching it to video creators as a way to expand their reach beyond YouTube and boost their ad revenue. That's the main part that me, Hess, and that's been telling y'all mainly. It's mainly about revenue and boosting the revenue. The network model is familiar. The network model is a familiar one for Complex, which also runs the Complex Media Network, a collection of 120 independent sites focused on millennial male interests. Complex tactic with both efforts is similar. By attracting relevant publishers and YouTube creators, Complex says it can sell advertisers a large but vertical audience across multi across multiple sites and YouTube channels. We wanted to do this in a way that was endemic to the way that we already run our business, said Nathan Brown, Complex's video general manager. Complex MCN creator lineup, which is a 40 channel strong so far, includes dedicated sneakers and channels dedicated to sneakers. Now, I'm not gonna put this out here, but I like that Sneaker Fetish is in here because I know Sneaker Fetish is like, I see a picture of him like in a dark room, like smirking and like typing up shit, like probably about to, if he catches this, I'm just gonna throw a bone to him to this one. This and everybody in here, I'm gonna just let y'all give the answer out. But you can see that this channel includes dedicated to sneakers is Sneaker Watch. Does anybody in the chat know who that is? I'll keep it moving. Skateboarder, Ride Channel, and Music Barbo, man. I don't know who the hell these are, but I know who this is. And this is I don't know if this individual is still with them, but yeah. The people in here should know who this individual is. Salute, Jazzy. I appreciate you. But yeah, with the new MCM Complex is making the typical pitch to YouTube creators, money is obviously the biggest pull. But by roping in a handful of semi-popular YouTube creators, Complex aims to attract bigger CPMs, that is clicks per minute, for everyone involved. So basically, you know, they're looking at to get a tight-knit group of people, get the budget behind it, to then pull in some bigger CPMs than usual. Yeah, exactly, Sneaker Fetish. So, I don't know, but I think Vlad might be a part of this little situation. If he ain't, unless he's unsigned. And I mean, I know I'm complaining. I know we complaining, but Vlad is a boy. You feel me? I mean, let me just look up how much is DJ Vlad bringing in views wise. If Vlad is still with these people, bruh. Let me look. God damn. Vlad brought in 41 million views in April. Okay? 41 million views. I'm thinking 6 figures a month. I gotta say around 6 figures, if not really close. So 3 months of that, and I think Vlad got employees and stuff. I mean, I don't know. That's just why I'm just let's keep it pushing. So yeah, with this new MCN Complex is making the typical pitch to YouTube creators, money is obviously the biggest pull. Once again, it's about money. This was the main thing that kind of made everybody want to go to it, because money. It was the money part of this. It wasn't about trying to really get a bigger reach and all. Like, we were already on the way in motion to just, we were moving. Like, everything was going good for everybody. So if we found a way we can make more money, then it was definitely, something worth looking into. By roping a handful of semi-popular YouTube creators, I guess, yeah, we already said that. The company has built a pair of film studios, one in LA and one in New York, which has opened up to his creator partners. Now, I don't know nothing about that. Now, I will say that Complex always told me if I was in New York or in LA, I was always welcome to come up there. So I guess, the invite was there. Definitely. I won't say that. But I mean, I'm not finna fly to New York or fly to LA just to go, to film or something. But whenever I was in LA, I was always welcome there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take that away. The people, the workers, the people that work at Complex, no issue whatsoever. Brandon Dunn, Matt Welty, Trinidad James, Joe LaPuma, no problem with those individuals whatsoever. Tony Mew, even though he's no longer with them, no problems with those individuals whatsoever. They have nothing to do with this. They are just employees like me. You feel me? It's the business side of the complex. It's the people that I don't see. It's the individuals in the back room. That's the issue that I really have. But we'll get more into that even a little bit more later. However, too, at the same time, I'm gonna pick a bone a little later. The big vulnerability in YouTube model is that it doesn't work as well for people who don't have huge fan bases, said Leslie Pickney, VP of Digital and Social at Walton Isaacson. Google has been focused on the top 1% of creators, but there's something to be said for going a tier below with people who have 1 million or even 500,000 subscribers. If you got my reading is messed up right now. If you can get enough of them together, suddenly you have a scale. But YouTube, which takes 45% cut from partner ad revenue, has become an increasingly tough sell for YouTube creators, some whom are looking for a bigger share of their ad revenue by striking it out on their own. Felix PewDiePie, YouTuber's most popular star, for example, earns $4 million from his videos via Disney-owned Maker Studios, which takes a cut of revenue. Keebler, this PewDiePie, however, has been turned off by the way MCNs are managed, which is why he has not yet guaranteed to re-up for the Maker at the end of the year. Complex isn't aiming for those sorts of YouTube heavyweights. However, nor is it trying to build its network with thousands of partners, while networks like Maker Studios attract as many partners as roughly in the same name of scale. Both Maker and Fullscreen, have roughly 55,000 channels on their networks. Complex says his MCN is heavily focused on a company's small group of creators that focus on Complex Media's bread and butter content areas. Brown said that this is why Complex also hopes to use its new YouTube deal to draw creators into distribution deals on Complex's own site, which ComScore says get 11 million unique visitors a month. We're not going after the people with the biggest fan bases, Brown said. The focus is on the people who own the conversation about the topic. Obviously, scale matters. This is more about voice ownership. All right. Let me see about this hookah real quick, man. I'm sorry. We're going to spark a little hook and, get into it and talk more now. I just wanted to give y'all a good little base of, like, what this MCN stuff is about and, where to go from there. What's going on, Crazy Plasma? Listening only? Oh, you're listening only. That's cool. It tells you. All right. About to be coming, y'all. Hold on. All right. I gotta get a hook, man. I gotta get a hook in real quick. So there you go. You get a little background of what Complex was aiming to do at the time and what they were doing and why it may have sounded pretty good at the time. Why they joined with them. It was a good way it was a small niche of creators to come together and it would also be something good as far as from the YouTube side of things. Now, something that I will say that is kind of like misconstrued in this that I didn't understand. There was a part that they said, but YouTube, which takes a 45% cut from partner ad revenue, has become an increasingly tough sell for YouTube creators. Regardless if you're with the MCN or not, YouTube is going to take that 45%. Regardless, it don't matter who you with. See, this is you got. I wish I had three, but we 4. We have 3. This is 3 pieces of paper, okay? So you do all your video work, right? You're doing all your video work. This is how the payment flows go for YouTube motion and all MCNs and everything. If you're trying to be a YouTuber, this is definitely also a good video for you to watch. But you do all your work for the month, right? And then bam, this is all the money you made, right? Well, YouTube. The bank comes in, bam, it sits at a bank, and it has to get split up now. Okay, well, YouTube's going to come in and take its 45%. Now, this part goes to your MCN. Now, depending on what your MCN does, if you got a 70-30 split or 50-50 split or 80-20 or a 90-10, or some people even got 100% where they keep it all. The MCN only just wants to use your name and say, we got this person on their board, that and they'll give you all your money just to use you as a part of that advertisement. So it depends on what it is. But if you got a 70-30 split, then that MCN is going to take their 30%, and then you're giving the rest of that money. YouTube is getting the 45 regardless. It ain't nothing you can do to pass it, bypass it, or whatever. Now, I gotta be 100. I can't tell you guys what, like, I mean, down the road, I don't mind telling y'all. I gotta check the actual paperwork myself. Like, I don't know if I could tell you what my deal was for Complex, what they gave me. It's not a like I know what I got, and it's probably not that much different than everybody else's that was with Complex. I just gotta make sure, like, in the paperwork it states, like, you know, I ain't doing something that can, like, goddamn get me in trouble or something. So that's the only reason, like, from legal perspective, I don't know if I go out and just say it. But I'll put it this way: yeah, they weren't taking anything from my YouTube chat. So the way it looked from them, and I actually have said this before, so it's fine. This is the YouTube bank, right? Boom. All the money from the month. YouTube takes their 45%. This is what's left over. They didn't touch this. They didn't touch none of that. They brought in other ads, their own ads, additional ads. And those ads, they took a percent from in that. And those ads, YouTube might have brought a Hennessy ad that was like $10 CPM. They would bring a Hennessy, a Powerade ad in that was $30 MCN. So it was making more money for their ads whenever they put them in. And they were able to implement it, and they're able, since they're my MCN, they can control what ad goes where. They can control, all right, today on Wednesday, we're going to put our personal ad in on all his channels. On Tuesday, we're going to let the YouTube ads run. So they can pick and choose when to add whatever. They can, I hate to say add and ad, but they can pick and choose when to add their ads in my video, what day or whatever. There was times when Champs had did stuff with them, and it was like for 3 days straight, it was just non-stop Champs ads. Specifically, I remembered it for it being, I think, the Space Jam 11s. So they're able to do stuff like that. That's any MCN, by the way. Spark, what's going on, man? Let me see. Let me read some of this. Let me try to read some of these comments, too. If y'all have any comments that y'all really want me to answer too, you know, drop a super chat or hit the donation link in the description or in the top of the chat. So if you got something you specifically, I'm just talking, I'm focused, I'm trying to give you all the information. YouTube 45%, MCN 30%, the remaining 55 self-employment. I mean, yeah, it gets insane. It gets insane. It gets insane. And yeah, like my first ever, because I mean, like I said, when I first did YouTube, my first ever MCN was a full screen, and they took 30%, 70-30 split. I think they had signed me for 2 years too. And then or maybe it was 2 years, but after a year they let me do like an extension. But with the extension, I said I'll sign for another 2 more years, but I want 80-20, and then they gave me the 80-20, and then after that I left. The benefit to the MCN is supposed to be that the ads served within the network have higher RPMs, so that they're supposed to offset. Exactly. Salute to Jerry in the building. Salute to Justin Spencer. Appreciate that. Yeah, the fitted is fire. So when you were in the MCN, do you even get to see the AdSense revenue coming into your Google account? No. So you don't. Like I have an AdSense account now that has now shows me with everything. No, back then, no. But they had their own dashboard that showed you everything, and it shows way more than, I mean, it shows about the same of what you could see on YouTube analytics, but it goes pretty deep. The little platform they had, it showed a lot. It showed a lot of shit. So for the most part, really, like when I signed with them in 2016, 2017. Let me check real quick. So 2016, I want to say to like 2018 at least, or maybe even 17. It had to be like 18. It had to be like a good 2 years. That shit was rocking. That shit was good. It had no issues whatsoever. You feel me? It wasn't until, like I said, till recently, and I would say the acquisition of BuzzFeed, that things got really, really weird. And we don't have to read this whole thing, but BuzzFeed announced its acquisition of Complex Network, joining BuzzFeed's News, HuffPost, and Tasty. But man, I since then has been seeing like BuzzFeed has just been getting like they've been calling BuzzFeed pretty much out of touch. You know, there was a point in time when BuzzFeed was popping, but I mean, I'm looking at these numbers and these tweets. Yeah, things are crazy, bro. Like these retweets numbers from them. I mean, my tweets are, you know, for the most part, almost do better than some of this stuff, bro. They kind of like lost touch. I feel like BuzzFeed. So, you know, buying Complex was probably a smart move. They thought that they could, you know, do something with that, buy something that, because in reality, you know, Complex, even now, in my opinion, Complex still has a good grasp on the culture that we live in, like at least the hype culture. I mean, they're definitely, I mean, when it comes to like article media, they are kind of still winning, in my opinion. And if you want to, and believe it or not, you might think this complex.com, hold on. And you might just think Complex is out of touch or whatever, but you got to understand that Complex owns like a whole bunch of other sites that you might like. So you might be like, man, I don't get my news from Complex. I get my news from Soul Collector. Well, you know, I think Complex owns Soul Collector. I'm about 100% sure because even like Full Size Run was on Soul Collector. I want to find out. Let me see myself. Let me see if I can find it. I want to find the companies that Complex owns. I want to see like who they all own, because there's a lot of companies under that. I'm gonna need to look into it, bro, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's more than I'll probably be like, damn. Soul Collector, you know, they might own, I don't know if they own Sneaker News. I'm about to look this up. I need to find out what brands does Complex own. I gotta find this, man. Okay, well, I'm seeing right here. Let me see. Wait a minute. Complex Con, Pigeon and Plains, Complex Shop, First We Feast. I'm gonna have to dive more into it, but they own a lot, bro. Okay, they own a lot of stuff that you might not even know. So, you know, teach your own. Yeah, there you go. Soul Collect. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they own a lot of that. Okay, so this was in 2021. BuzzFeed, they announced that it agreed to acquire Complex Media, a global youth entertainment company with a massive span of style, food, music, sneakers, and pop culture from Hearst and Verizon. So that's who I guess bought it from Mark Echo. And the announcement follows BuzzFeed disclosure that it's seeking to go publicly by merging with the 8950 Avenue Partners, a special purpose acquisition with $288 million in cash and trust. BuzzFeed has secured approximately $150 million in convertible note financing led by Redwood Capital. So yeah, the $300 million acquisition of Complex, consisting of $200 million in cash and $100 million in equity. $100 million of equity in BuzzFeed is expected to close in the fourth quarter of 2021 after the merger of BuzzFeed and so they bought that. They bought Complex. This was in 2021. That's in pandemic time too, I guess, right? I would say that's like almost like right in like the midst of it all. But they bought it, and I mean at the time it didn't look bad. You feel me? You fast forward a little bit more, and you are now what's recent news. This was April 20th that BuzzFeed News is shutting down. And BuzzFeed News, Complex News, you know, they kind of like, that was one of the main things was to have, you know, BuzzFeed News going hand in hand with Complex News in a way. You got the youth and you got kind of like the somewhat youth to older people crowd with the BuzzFeed News, but they're shutting down. And all these other companies were shutting down, which led to them laying off over 15% of their of people. BuzzFeed will lay off 15% of staff and shut down its news unit. BuzzFeed CEO Jonah Peretti wrote in an email to staff Thursday. The layoffs amount to 180 people. The company staff totaled about 1,200 people as it's more recently filing, and about 100 people's in the loss about. So BuzzFeed News, a part of the digital media company's content division, had about 100 employees and lost about $10 million in a year. Two people familiar with the matter told CNBC last year it stood apart from the main viral content generating BuzzFeed's brand with straight news and investigative reporting. BuzzFeed News won up. So they try to go the route of being clean, you feel me? Being real nice and dandy. And I guess it just didn't work for them. So $10 million a year, they lost out on that. So with all that being said, though, like what does this have to do? What does this have to do with me or with all of us? So me personally, I'm just keeping 100. Complex came into this deal obviously with money, 200 million in cash and 100 million in equity or something like that, or that they was bought for, whatever. So Complex came in with some stuff already, and Complex still, in my opinion, is generating money. I think what is going on is when BuzzFeed bought Complex and brought Complex in, it's almost like a marriage, but one of the spouses just have horrible credit. BuzzFeed was a failing company that somehow was able to buy Complex by getting money lent to them from this one company. What was the name of the company? They had money lent to them. What was the name? What's the name? They got, let me see. They secured approximately $150 million in a convertible note financing by Redwood Capital Management and including Crossing Bridge Advisors. So it seems as if they got some financing, bought this company from Complex in terms to try to, turn shit around, shake shit up, get some shit popping. And with that in return, with all that going on, I feel like for the most part, it fucked up all the Complex's money. Because now you got to combine checks and balances for two different companies. And with that being said, there's money coming in here. There's money that's being lost there. They got to move this money there, move this money there, move this money there, move this money there. And on the short end of the stick, that's where we got affected from. At the end of the day, where we currently been out for the past, I would say 6 months, it was straight up like we weren't getting really any of that extra money. I don't think at all, as this past 6 months at least, any of the extra money that the little ads are coming into. So basically all the money that dropped down from YouTube got its cut, and the rest went to Complex, right? And that was it. There was no like additional shit with us and Complex. So with that being said, you would think that Complex would just get the money because it's not theirs and just pass it along to us. However, the deal here is that when you sign with Complex Networks, you're on a 60-day net. So what you make in the month of May, you're not going to get that until July. I think I want to say that correctly, July. I could be slightly wrong, but I want to say it's July. So the money that I made, the money I would be making them now, I wouldn't get paid to that till July. So and what I would think is this, like, we're making money for them, it's getting dropped into an account, but it's not going back to the creator. It's going towards something else. Obviously, something's going on where they're not moving the money. The financing, there's some sort of accounting errors, maybe accounting merging and all that. There's something going on there that was delaying the process of the creators getting paid. And that's what turned in from a month delay to 2 months delay and then to 3 months delay. Me personally, I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but this is what I had in my brain. There's also the whole banks and all the closing with the banks and all that shit going on in the world. But if I'm gonna be honest, this is a conspiracy theory and this cannot be 100% true at all. Okay, but Complex or just BuzzFeed, let's say BuzzFeed, because BuzzFeed has to listen to Complex. Complex was paying us straight. It wasn't until this BuzzFeed stuff started happening until all this, information happened. Oh, somebody come and eat. What I thought, at least, this is like a conspiracy, conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat, whatever you want to call it. I was at least thinking that we would work for this month. We would work for the next month. We would work for the next month, right? It takes 60 days though for me to get paid for this month, right? However, there's even though they got to pay me for the 2 months, they got to pay me now. We work for May, we get paid in July. Okay. So while I'm working though, they're getting paid from YouTube still the same exact time. So YouTube's on a 30-day net. So hear me out because I don't want to confuse y'all. What's going on, Marty? if you work in May, all the month of May, right? On YouTube's end, YouTube's gonna pay in June. So you work all of May, you get paid June 22nd. That's how YouTube does it, regardless if you're MCN or not. But it's your MCN's responsibility to pay you, not YouTube. YouTube has once you sign with MCN, you are pretty much telling YouTube, pay them, not me. And YouTube's hands are clean at this point. So May goes, June 22nd, YouTube drops that money into the bank. The MCN though has to deal with you that it's a 60-day net. So your money's there, but you're not getting that money for another whole month. So my head is like, so what is going on with that money while it sits? Is this sitting and collecting dust? In my head, well, banks don't let your money sit. When you put your money in the bank, your money in the bank ain't just sitting there, is it? No, the bank is using your money for loans, for financing other people's stuff, and that's why you get some interest and all that. The banks are using your money to do other things with it. So in my head, I'm thinking it's Complex using my money to do other things in hopes that they make money back and some, so that when the 2 months go by, they can pay me. So, hate to say it this way, but I'm just going to give an example. I make a YouTube check of $10,000, and you got 10 other creators doing the same thing, 10,000 from 10 other, and they work all the month of May. Boom, YouTube pays Complex June 22nd. That's $100K right there that you ain't got to pay back to the creators for a whole other month. You can invest that $100K into some other Complex show, some other type of stuff, whatever it is, in hopes that that's going to now give you $100K and additional money. So you invested $100K, you made $150K back, you made $50,000 without even spending $1. You spent all the content creators' money to do what you had to do. Now you made the money back because you're pretty good at doing that. You pay the content creator the month after, and you pocketed $50K without even pulling out $1 out your own pocket. That's the conspiracy. I'm not accusing, but doesn't that make sense? Rob Peter to pay Paul, whatever it is, but not necessarily robbing because we did get our money. Some people, at least. I'm hearing that some people haven't gotten paid. I'm hearing some people. I gotten paid up to March. Oh, my bad, up to February. I need to get paid for March and April. That's all I gotta get paid for. I've heard some people haven't gotten paid for January or February yet. I'm hearing different things. It seems like everything's kind of discombobulated, but it kind of reminds me of the Zeta Kicks thing where, like, people pre-order for this shoe, and then the Zeta will use the money of that shoe to buy for the previous pre-order. So, and it's like that's what's going on in my head, and it only makes sense because I just don't see that $100K just sitting in a bank like, oh, don't touch this money. This is YouTubers' money. Because if that's the case, then why is it a problem to just pay when it was time to pay? That's my thoughts. So, you see all the new shows, Full Size Run, the new podcast and all that. You got to question and be like, bro, like, is that where the investments were going, towards, and more so instead of the creators? And then, I might do a part 2 if you guys really want me, and comment down below. We can go even deeper and have like a discussion and shit like that. But salutes to Sneaker Fetish, who's in the chat, because he posted this, who's also, I guess, posted from Sock Jig. Complex has induced its 2023 creator class at its BuzzFeed investors call. They should have asked the sneaker YouTubers they previously had in a 360 deal got paid. So I just found this hella crazy, man. Now, I know Rax, good guy, nothing wrong with Rax, and Rax has been with them for quite some time. I could see him being in here. I have no issue with it. Matt Welty, I have no issue with it. And Brandon Dunn, these are creators, I guess. It's funny though, Matt, if you're watching this, because you remember I told you about this a while back. You used to clown sneaker YouTubers, but you're a sneaker YouTuber now, pretty much at this point, bro. I'm sorry, you a content creator just like us all at this point. You do podcasts and whatever, but you are a sneakerhead content creator just like the rest of us. But I remember Matt used to make fun of, clown the sneaker YouTubers for the clickbaits and the thumbnails and all that. Matt, you are now one of us, brother. And I knew you would become one of us one day. I knew it. You might not be a shoe tuber or whatever you want to call us, but it's like the same shit, bro. And salutes to you. Salutes to you. Like, I think you make good content, man. I love Full Size Run. I've been on the show. No hate, but I do have to call that out. Brendan Dunn, great guy. He's definitely reached out in this situation and gave great advice, and I have no problem. And I know these three guys personally. Now, Mike, the Compass, Hess, Foamer, those people I know that was with them, and I don't even know who else. But it's crazy that, or even Vlad, I don't know Vlad, but it's just crazy that I don't see none of those creators here. Obviously, they can't put me here. I'm not with them no longer. But I'm pretty sure if I was still with them, they wouldn't have put me up in there. So it was a Drip Dog for the 12-month subscription. I just find it crazy that you don't see no sneakerhead content creators. Now, like I stated before, I don't know if any of them are gone, but Cousteau also, like, none of them, bruh. They might be gone now. Maybe that's why they're not here. But I do feel like this is like a little slap in the face, bro. I gotta be honest. It's gotta be another, like Mike the Compass. Somebody gotta be still with him, bro. Somebody gotta be still with him. They can't all be gone. I don't know who any of these other people are. These like food people. It looks like it looks like they're going in the direction of food. This guy got chicken McNuggets. This guy's got a sandwich. I feel like I've seen this guy before. Basketball salutes, man. But this is who they are now. So this just goes hand in hand to show, the direction that they were going towards, and that, they really don't give a damn about none of us, man. So, hey, it's business at the end of the day. I'm not mad whatsoever. And I'm good now. Hold on, man. Hold on. Alexa, make an announcement.
What's the announcement?
Check your phone. Well, I think dinner is about to be ready. And it seemed like, hold on. I think dinner's about to be ready, so I'm definitely gonna want to follow up.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
Salutes to Baby Sinclair here for the bullshit. Is this the? Nah, this is not. You got the wrong channel, Baby Sinclair, unfortunately. But I appreciate your donation, brother. Salutes. I'm mad that I have to end this because it's just now getting spicy. But if y'all really want to do a follow up on this, I will do a part 2, I guess. Salutes to everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the like button right now. But I do feel like at the same time I kind of gave all the information about this too. Like I don't think there's really that much to talk. I would love to answer some questions in the chat. Has Complex gave a reason for the non-payment? It was more so dealing with the fact that the merge. Excuse me. I never felt like they weren't going to pay me. And they have paid me pretty much up to date. So I got to give them that. My issue was how long it took. And people will sit and clown on Twitter and say, get a real job and all that, right? And they'll clown us. I've been clowned for my job for 10 years now, It's not a real job to people, whatever. Hey, it might not be a real job, but it makes real money. You feel me? This is what I'll have to say to that, though. Can anybody go 3 months without pay? Anybody I ever tweeted about that? Can anybody go 3 months without pay and not say nothing? And be quiet? I don't think there's that many people that can go 3 months and continue to work without being paid. I don't think there's that many people. You feel me? And it's not a disrespect, but this is being honest. A lot of people been going and I'm not gonna stop doing YouTube videos because they're not paying me. Like, it has nothing to do with YouTube. It has nothing to do with them. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm going on strike, and there's a slight difference. Like, bruh, you go and work at Walmart for a week, and they say, hey, we ain't got the check for you, but can you still clock in for another week? Motherfucker gonna be like, they might do it one more time, but you ain't getting to no past a whole month. You ain't been paid. Like, hey, we ain't paid you for a month yet. Can you still clock in for the next week? Bro, y'all gone, bro. And that go for any job. It could be a doctor's. You could be a doctor. You ain't finna just keep working for free. Shit. So that's why, I finally said something about it. You feel me? And I got money in other avenues, so I was able to continue doing what I had to do. But with that being said, that was my main gripe, man. And salutes to I don't want to say her name, but salutes to the representative of like I said, everybody personally from Complex, no issue. It was the people I couldn't talk to, the people I couldn't see. That's the people that really I would like to know what the hell happened, what went wrong, at the end of the day. And there's a lot of people that haven't been paid yet to this day, man. And Sean Flanagan, that's what it said. To me, it sounds like they were paying one person with other people's money, and it just keeps going on. That's what it seemed like, at least. I mean, who knows, bro? But that's why I hopped out of it, and I did my thing. As far as what I've gotten from Complex out of those years, is probably free tickets to Complex Con and those ads, bro. I mean, full size run. I got that from. I mean, they brought Kais up, and he wasn't even with them. Yeezy Buster, he ain't with them. So I don't. I mean, maybe they could say that was something, but I mean, I don't think so.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
Yes, sir. Salute to Baby Sinclair. Salute to my brother in Christ. Pussy popping on a handstand type of vibe. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate that, Baby Sinclair. Arthur, I'm not mad at you, man. Whatever you do in other people's chats, that's on you, brother. That is on you, man. My bad if I triggered your Alexa chat on that. I had to let it be known. But that I gotta be honest, sneaker fetish, man. Kari, your tweet, that retweet from Sock Jig, this tweet right here is what triggered me today. It triggered me, man. It did trigger me. Like, it was like, hold on, bro. These niggas is up here introducing complex networks, and let me remove my goddamn. Hold on, let me just move it to the side one time so y'all can see it. Introducing the complex networks creators. Not one sneaker guy there, bro. You feel me? That just felt like a little slap to the face, man. I gotta be honest. I mean, hey, let me be a troll. Let me be a hater, man. Y'all niggas just review shoes, man. Y'all ain't got no motherfucking talent. There you go. You right. You got me, bro. Maybe that's what it was, man. Maybe that's what it was. We ain't got no talent, bro. I'll take it for what it is, man. I just review shoes at the end of the day. But with all that being said, bro, I'm good now. I got paid. Like, if they don't pay me this, I still believe they'll pay me what I'm owed to the next month as well. But if they don't, let me not say that, because I need them to pay me. I want them to pay me. They be like, hey, Tony said he's straight. Don't pay that nigga. Pay this nigga. Nah, I want all my money, man. I got a son on the way, man. Y'all want to take away from my child, man? I got a baby on the way, man. My baby ain't gonna have no diapers if I ain't got that check. I need that check in the mail, man. Help a brother out, man. You feel me? Help a brother out, man. Y'all want me starving these kids, man. Salutes, though, man. Complex just jumps on the lap. Salutes to Big Woo for the follow. Damn, man, that follow shit's loud as hell. The hell was that? But also, salutes, man. We are streaming on Twitch and on YouTube, and I think I'm going to start doing this a little bit more often, because I feel like people on Twitch are enjoying themselves. Salute to Drip Dog. Salutes to Jazzy in there. Salutes to everybody, man, because, I mean, I definitely wanted to start going with better topics and bringing you guys along. I've been kind of out of my vibe and out of my wave and stuff, and I definitely feel like I got something. I definitely, my talks, I feel like I got something to give out to the space. You feel me? But yeah, man, that's really what it was. And you're hearing it from the horse's mouth from someone that's actually there. If you don't believe, I mean, I guess wait and see where I'm at in the next 5 years and see. Oh, nah, he ain't with Complex now. Look, man, he done fell off. He definitely at a lower rate, man. He's definitely at a lower rate now. So it is what it is. And I'm not speaking for anybody in the thumbnail, but these are some people that have voiced, and some people that have spoken out, and some people that I know that have been publicly stated to, be with actually Complex. So it is what it is when it comes to that. But yeah, man, I think that's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go downstairs and eat my dinner, and I'll see how the responses are in the comment section on Twitter, and maybe we'll do a part 2 tomorrow, or on Monday or something. I think I'll definitely do a follow-up if you guys want it, and y'all comment down below. All right. I appreciate y'all, though, man. Salutes. And yeah, man, I'm out. Peace. That's how I think.